Good morning, all you prepared folk. How y'all doing this Monday morning, man? It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great week. It's Monday. We're still flying high off of the weekend. It's December. It's the Christmas seedings. Listen to me. Seasons. Christmas season. And I just want to be the first one to say season's greetings. Merry Christmas to all of you guys. I know you guys are looking forward to it. I know I am. Man, I tell you what, though. This year I've never seen Christmas and all the things of Christmas to be attacked so much as I have this year. They're making Santa gay. They're trying to make Santa to be a Jewish woman, which doesn't make sense. Christmas is a Christian holiday. I don't know. Anyone can celebrate Christmas. Anyone can celebrate anything they want. This is America. You can be whatever you want, do whatever religion you want, whatever holidays you want. I don't care. I just don't want my right to do that to be infringed on. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great morning. I wanted to share with you guys today one of the most recent attacks, but how it is just a big flop. There's a new show on HBO Max from Seth Rogen and Sarah Silverman, and everybody universally hates it. People on the left, people on the right, people in the middle, everyone in between, they hate it. And I'll show you guys that. But let me say good morning to you folks. Window Liquor, good morning, brother. Hillbilly Homesteader, good morning. I'm your Huckleberry. Good to see you, man. Ohio Prepper, good morning, sis. Milk Babe, good morning, good morning. Best Life, good morning. Yankee Watchdog, good morning. Good to see you, man. Stars Prepper in the house. Good to see you, good to see you. Copper Goat, good morning. Johnny, what's up, brother? Good morning to you, man. Mama Liam, good morning, good morning. Great to see you. Big Mama Steph, good morning, sis. Tabby, good morning. One of the canimals in the house. Boxo, good morning. Miss J, good morning, good morning. Sherry, good to see you. Susanna, good to see you, my sis. Glad you guys are here. Jan, good morning. John H, good morning, good morning. Roots, Rocks, and Feathers, good morning. Bobby, good morning, brother. Greta, good morning. Prep and Plumber in the house, good morning, brother. Joyful Diamonds, good morning. Hondo, good morning, great to see you. Moonlight, good morning. Good to see all you folks this morning. All right, guys, so anyway, I know you guys saw the title of today's reload. Joe Biden's a deep fake, man. He really is. I don't think that's Joe. You guys ever seen that movie, Dave? Came out in the 90s. It was Kevin Kline, and he played an actor who looked just like the president. The president had a massive heart attack, and so the government was covering that up because they didn't want to lose the next election. So they hired this actor who looked exactly like the president. Kevin Kline played both parts. But I always think about that movie when I see Joe, man, because you'll see him and it looks like he's on death's door. And then a few days later, man, it's just like he's on meth or something. I don't know what drugs they got, the miracle drugs they got this guy on when they put him in front of people. But I think that is actually speeding up his deterioration. It's a good one, sis. It really is. Kevin Kline did a good job playing both roles. Sigourney Weaver is in it. She plays the first lady. It's a really good movie. I think Hollywood has been pointing at things that our government does because Hollywood's a part of the establishment now. I think they've been pointing to this stuff for decades, right in our noses, laughing at us. Anyway, the reason I wanted to point this out about Joe Biden is because he gave that speech. What was it, Friday? Or it was Thursday or Friday. He gave this speech, and it is super like bass, just deep, booming voice. And I've watched the video a few times, and sometimes it seems like what he's saying is not quite synced up with what we hear, and it's weird. And after the speech, he had these coughing fits, and everyone was asking him. Peter Ducey asked him, Mr. President, what's wrong with your voice? What's going on with you? So you going bye-bye? And say hey to everybody. Say hey. Say hey, morning reload. Say hey. All right, I love you, sweetheart. Have a good day. I love you. Drive safe. Family's leaving. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna show a little clip of the booming voice, and then show him afterwards when Peter Ducey asked him that. And you guys tell me what you think. See if it doesn't seem like sometimes the words don't quite sync up with the movement of his mouth.
Minimum what we need to get done. But in these times, a bipartisan cooperation is worth recognition. So I want to thank Senators Schumer and McConnell and Speaker Pelosi for getting this done. And I want to thank a substantial bipartisan vote in the Senate for sending this bill to my desk today to avoid disruptions of government operations. And I want to urge Congress to use the time this bill provides to work toward a bipartisan agreement on a full-year funding bill that makes the needed investments in our economy and our people, from public health to education to national security. Now, for today's news. Every year, December brings the joys of the holiday season and gives us an opportunity to reflect on the year gone by and look ahead and begin to imagine the new year to come. This year, we can reflect on an extraordinary...
Right? That's not Joe Biden. I don't know who that is. He's a great actor. Just think about it. They could take someone who looked as much like the president as possible, plastic surgery him, right? And then let him be a stand-in. How would we know? How would any of us know? You know, and I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist, guys. I'm really not. But sometimes the conspiracy is not a theory; it's fact, and it's glaring right in our face. What's going on? You know, and once we reach that point, you just have to say, okay, something's going on here. But right, and I just saw it. One of you guys just pointed out. No, he did not slur his speech. Right, that guy kicked the teleprompter's butt. Okay, yeah, something's off about it, man. Right? I mean, yeah, he sounded like he was coherent and not about to die. But watch this. This is towards the end, and the press is asking him questions.
Excuse me. Excuse me. With private business and labor, retailers and grocery stores.
First of all, Mr. President, your voice sounds a little different. Are you okay?
I'm okay. I have a test every day to see a COVID test. They check me for all the strands. What I have is a 1.5-year-old grandson who had a cold who likes to kiss his pop.
Seeing as how you did test positive for cooties.
What? That's terrible!
I think you need to get your affairs in order.
I don't have any affairs. I'm one.
Well, then you're ready to die.
All right, so that was Joe Biden with the coughing fits and all that good stuff, and then immediately talking about kissing little boys and stuff. That was Joe Biden there. But whatever was going on before, right, Johnny? Yeah, they had Barry White doing it, man. Barry White, yeah, let me sniff your hair. But anyway, it was weird to me, man. Like there's no consistency with this dude. And I don't know if they do this stuff to us on purpose. Right, Milkmaid? What if the voice faker's voice accidentally came through instead of Joe's, so it was unfiltered accidentally? Now that is interesting. That is interesting. Maybe so. Maybe so. Their stuff malfunctions all the time. They usually just cut them off. Mad Shad, what's up, brother? Yeah, but anyway. Man, I try. I try to be objective on some stuff, but there's no objectivity anymore because of all the crazy off the wall stuff that we've all witnessed and gone through together in the past 5 years. Ever since Donald Trump announced he was going to run for president, the mainstream media, the establishment lost their freaking mind, man. And when he won, There was no turning back from everything that we've experienced. And the way they've used COVID and all this stuff, man, I was watching about what's going on in Australia with the camps. And since the escape of those 3 teenagers, now the military is involved, man. So they have military guarded quarantine camps, and people are just constantly trying to escape. That's serious, man. That's some crazy Gestapo Nazi stuff right there. And no one's talking about it. It's not a big deal. They've got like if you go to like a shopping mall or something, they've got like a fence, like an iron fence. So you have the vaxxed on one side and the unvaxxed on the other. That's great. That's iron curtain stuff, man. What is going on? And I just can't believe that for the majority of people aren't seeing this stuff and seeing the camps they're building in the United States of America. They're building quarantine centers in our country. Aren't going to be done for a year or two. What are they planning? What's going on? But we're conspiracy theorists. We're crazy. Whatever, man. People are dumb. Serbian, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Yep. Amen. Yeah. But it's crazy. It's crazy. But you know what? I found another clip of gosh, I had a brain for it. Tulsi Gabbard. I found another clip of her. Man, she's blowing it up on YouTube right now. She puts out her little minute clips, and she's just blasting the establishment, man. She's fighting back, or she seems to be. But check her out. She's talking about the new medicine or whatever to fight COVID that Merck is about to put out, man. It's some dangerous stuff, man. It's designed to mutate viruses. But she's calling it out.
The FDA absolutely should not approve Merck's brand new experimental COVID pill, molnupiravir. Because the way that this drug works is by encouraging virus mutations. I want to say that again. This drug works by encouraging virus mutations that could very easily result in escape mutations being unleashed out into the world, i.e. a new pandemic. Now, proponents are claiming, hey, the benefits outweigh the risks. No, these people are being incredibly self-serving and short-sighted because remember, it was not that long ago that they gave us similar reassurances about gain-of-function research, something that may very well have led us into this present pandemic that we're dealing with today. There are already far more effective and available treatments like monoclonal antibodies that don't pose such a risk.
I mean, she is enlightening folks, man. I'll be honest, I didn't hear about Merck's new pill until I saw that. And so, like, I know that Pfizer's putting out one that is basically ivermectin. Is their version of ivermectin. They're putting it out. Now, as soon as Pfizer puts their stuff out, they're going to be blasting it to everybody. All the mainstream media, brought to you by Pfizer's new COVID pill. They should call it Pfizermectin or something. That's basically what it is. But ivermectin itself is a horse pill. It's horse medicine. If you take it, you're an idiot. You're a moron, right? Days, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. We the people. Oh yeah, in the camps, right? Probably are, man. Ovens and stuff too. True American Loretta. Good morning, my sis. Good to see you. I haven't heard it, brother. I wouldn't be surprised, man. With all the misinformation and the fear mongering that's going on about COVID, if something serious really did arise, you know how dangerous it would be because none of us would know what to believe, on either side. And I think a lot of people would die because of it. And maybe that's their plan. I hear people say this all the time, and I believe it about Bill Gates. It's his agenda to depopulate the whole world, So maybe this is like a 4D chess thing, man. They're likely COVID vax. Right? Truth. I didn't know that, brother. I did not know that Dr. Barrick is the one who came up with the Regeneron monoclonal antibodies. That's crazy. When a couple weeks ago, when me and Lady Rowan were sick with COVID, she got the Regeneron, because she's pregnant and she refused to get vaccinated. Every time she went to the doctor, they were pushing the vax on her. And she just kept refusing. So they finally said, okay, we'll let you get an infusion of the Regeneron. She got the monoclonal antibodies. I didn't get nothing. Excuse me. I was really sick for about 3 days. Not really sick. I was just exhausted. That's what it was. I was just so exhausted. I just wanted to go to sleep. And, but my body fought it off. My taste is finally coming back. Everyone's taste is finally coming back. But our recovery was the same. That's the point I was trying to make. She got the infusion. I didn't get anything. And our recovery was the same. And actually, she got sick before I did. She gave it to me. So that's what I'm saying, man, about this thing. No one talks about natural immunity. Pisses me off. I mean, what is better than the natural vaccine that God gave us all, right? Exactly. Right? I know. We know you're kidding. But anyway, let me show you guys a little trailer of Seth Rogen and Sarah Silverman's show. It's like a series. But anyway, it's animated, and the whole point, it's from a hyper feminist point of view. And of course, it's super woke. You'll tell just from these clips, and then we'll talk about it.
You're on my naughty list.
Good news, sir. More American kids believe in you than they do in vaccines or the Holocaust.
That's great. I mean, disheartening for America, but great for us.
But the position of Santa has mostly been a white man's game.
Let's go over what we know. Santa and the board are all male and all white.
All right, guys, so today we have to make fun of Seth Rogen and Sarah Silverman for their woke, raunchy Santa Christmas show that apparently is the lowest rated TV show ever, right? It is terrible, right? It is terrible according to the views. Now, normally I wouldn't really talk about a topic like this because it doesn't necessarily have an obvious political angle. However, I mean, these people, Seth Rogen and Sarah Silverman, have essentially become left-wing political actors.
So anyway, it's the lowest rated TV series in history. It got 3% on Rotten Tomatoes. What did it get? It got 1.1 out of 10 on IMDb. I love that because that's going to be on their IMDb page. That's a big thing for actors and stuff. Their credits on their IMDb page. That's going to follow him forever. And I didn't know this. You can download an app from Chrome. You know how YouTube has disabled the dislike button? You can download an app on Chrome and you can still see the ratio on YouTube. You can still click the dislike button, but you can't see the ratio. You can't see how many dislikes there are. You can only see the likes. Unless you have this app. If you download this app, you can see the dislike ratio. And man, the dislike ratio, I think it was something like a few hundred likes, but over 100,000 dislikes. And Seth Rogen, when he saw that on Twitter, he said, we upset tens of thousands of white supremacists, and that's where all the dislikes come from. Like, dude. And people on Twitter were eating him up. They're like, well, how about instead of blaming white supremacists that don't exist, is it possible that it just sucks and no one likes it, And he's like, no, it's white supremacy. I'm like, come on, man. Get out of here. Like the whitest dude there is. But anyway, in the series, of course, you saw, of course, it was hyper political. They had to talk about, people don't believe in vaccines and all that stuff, but they believe in Santa Claus. And that whole line saying that because we don't want the COVID vaccine, we're against vaccine. I'm not against vaccines at all. I'm fully immunized against all kinds of things with real vaccines, though. The reason people don't want this, it's not a real vaccine. Well, let's not get into it. YouTube's been spanking me all weekend, taking videos down and whatnot. But y'all know what I'm saying. Something that's not approved by the FDA. And we're the crazy ones because we don't want to take something that's not approved by the FDA. It's weird, and all these variants things, like with the Delta variant, when it came out, they started working on a vaccine just for it, and they have one. They finished one months ago, and it is fully approved by the FDA. Why haven't they released it? And now they're pushing the new Omicron, the super ultra Omicron variant that is basically like the cold. And now they're trying to work on a vaccine for it. You know what I think's weird? Every time there's a new variant, no one ever gets any of the other versions of COVID. It's just only the new variant. That don't make sense. And it doesn't, natural virology and all that stuff, it doesn't make sense. People should still continue to get the other variants. They don't disappear once there's a new variant. Ain't like there's a shock wave that goes out and irradiates all the other variants when a new one arises. And it's just so, that's why I cringe when they say follow the science and all that crap. It pisses me off as a biologist, as a scientist, because that's not what they do. Sage News, what's up, brother? Good morning. Good to see you, man. Number 32, right? Good God, man. All slander, good to see you, brother. Good afternoon, good evening in Australia. Frenchman, what's up, man? Right? See, that's the thing. We're not anti-vaccine. We're anti-mandates, man. Be mandating stuff to us. We don't do that here. Exactly. That's a good point, brother. Right? This brother's in the future. Oh, man. So it's 10 o'clock? Wow. I didn't know that was like the time difference. I'm never sure. Vividness, good morning. Denmark, good to see you. Hope you're doing great. It's great to have you, man. What's going on over in Denmark? What's it like over there, man? What do you guys think about all this stuff that's going on in the world? Right? Big Red, what's up, brother? Good morning. They're losing control, so they're pushing the propaganda harder. There isn't anything wrong with feeling like you do about the unknown. So-called Jim Jones is. Amen, brother. Amen. Ghetto, what's up, man? Right? So I'm talking about time travel, man. We got people from the future and the past. So y'all are letting me be the present? I appreciate that. Charlie, good morning. I didn't see you, brother. Lady Casca, good morning. It's cold outside. Where are you at, sis? What's the weather like? Anyway, but I wanted to show, because I think it's crazy how they're attacking Santa Claus. You know what I think it is? I think he is an old white man who is pretty much universally beloved all over the world, and they can't have that. They have to figure out a way to tear it down. I'm sure you guys have seen the clip. I didn't want to show it because, it's kind of gross, but it was a commercial from the postal service of, what was it, Sweden or Finland, Norway? It's one of those countries. I can't think of it, where they show Santa, coming into someone's house, coming down the chimney. He does magic in front of them, and then they make out. And like, I don't understand the point of the commercial, because Santa Claus is something that's supposed to be, pretty much for kids, right? It's a fun thing that we do for kids. It was Norway. I don't have a problem with gay. That's not my issue. I don't care if someone's gay. That's your choice. You be what you want to be. What I have a problem with is hypersexualizing something that's for children. That's what I have a problem with. Why do they see a need to do that to Santa Claus? For a century, the man he's had a wife. He's had Mrs. Claus, and that was okay. He's an old grandpa-like figure, who goes around and loves children, and he's magical and all these things. Why do we have to hypersexualize everything that has to do with our children, man? That's what I don't like about it. Right? All right, get it. Like Santa, man. I tell you what, with my older children, I have 3 older children and 3 younger children. Pretty much. My 3 older children are 19, 16, and 13. And they were raised, we used to be in an old school legalistic holiness church, and so we raised them not to believe in Santa Claus and Tooth Fairy and Easter Bunny and all that stuff. We didn't celebrate Halloween. And they're fine. They understood. They understood what Christmas was really about, why we gave gifts to celebrate the greatest gift that mankind received from God himself. That's the way we explained it to them. And we told them Santa's something we do for fun. We told them everyone doesn't believe in God and stuff like that. So they understood, and they didn't miss out on anything. They really didn't. With our younger children, my first wife, you guys know, she passed in a car accident years ago. Me and Lady Rowan and our younger kids, we're doing it. We're doing the Santa thing. So I don't know. I guess I'm soft from my older age. But also, I being in the legalistic church for so many years, woke my eyes up to what being a Christian really is, what having a relationship with God really is. And it's not the things we do. That the things we do in this world don't make us holy. What makes us holy is the Spirit of God, is the blood of Christ. And it took a long time for me to figure that out. I thought, living a certain way, not wearing certain clothes and stuff like that, that's not salvation. That's not what makes us holy. That's not what sets us apart. But anyway, I didn't want to give you guys a sermon this morning. I wanted to end with some facts about the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. If you guys are anything like me, man, it bugs the crap out of me that we're not getting good information about what's going on, because all these people, these powerful people and corporations have been named in this case, and they're just not broadcasting it, man. Like with the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, Ahmaud Arbery, anything that has to do with their racial narrative to divide us, man, it was blasted, man. Like they were blasting this kid's bowel movements. And calling it white supremacy. Outpost 231, good morning, brother. Lady Smith, good morning. Zombie Prepper, good morning, good morning. I appreciate that. Hoodow, what's up, brother? Right? I don't have a problem with either way. If you want to raise your kids, I did. And like I said, my kids didn't want for anything. Christmas was always still a special, magical time for them. And they knew the truth from the beginning, Actually, last night, like I said, my 3-year-old, we're letting her grow up believing in Santa for now. But my son was there, and he's like, that's not fair. How come you didn't let us have a Santa Claus? He was just kidding. But I was like, come on, man. Oh, did I miss it, brother? I'll go back and check. Let me see. Because I was interested, man. Don't watch TV or any other programming outlets, and I'm only one awake in my pop. 40,000 town here on west coast of Denmark. I'm doing good. Have not complied with anything since day one. Wow, amen. I hear you. So you don't watch TV program outlets. So do you feel alone? over there in Denmark? You say like most people are just following the narrative, like the globalist narrative. They're all trying to take us in the Great Reset. I tell you what, though, man, it's refreshing. I get goosebumps when I talk to someone in another country who believes what we believe about just liberty and individualism, and they're fighting the globalists and they're pushing back against this Great Reset bullcrap. It gives me goosebumps, you know. Like the ideals of the Declaration of Independence, I know that's an American document, but the ideals that are set forth in it, we declare that these are God-given rights to all human beings, not just Americans. The liberties that we enjoy in America are God-given rights that every human being on the planet has, whether their government says they do or not. That's what I believe. I think that's why I get goosebumps when I hear folks from other countries saying the things that we believe, because we believe it with them. But anyway, real quick, we're going to go over a couple of minutes today. I wanted to share this with you guys about the Ghislaine Maxwell trial.
The trial of Jeffrey Epstein's former confidant and girlfriend has begun. In July 2020, Ghislaine Maxwell, a British socialite with close ties to deceased financier and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, was arrested while hiding out in a mansion in New Hampshire. She faces numerous charges related to sex trafficking and abusing children on Epstein's behalf. If convicted, she faces up to 70 years in prison. However, recent orders from the judge presiding over the case and a nomination from the Biden administration are making people wonder if justice will really be served. Epstein's connection to some of the world's most powerful and wealthy individuals has led to massive interest in the trial of his close associate, Maxwell. The pair have been connected to Bill and Hillary Clinton, Bill Gates, the British royal family, Chris Tucker, Kevin Spacey, John Glenn, Donald Trump, and more. While the case has attracted a lot of attention, there will be no cameras, no live streams, and no photos of the trial.
Anyway, I'm gonna have more clips coming from them. I found a good source to get information. We won't have footage from the actual trial, but there are people who are in there. There are reporters there who are gathering information. So I'll try to get as much as I can, because like I said, man, this is, of all the cases that we follow, this is the most important one, because it hits to the root of the real problem. And I've said this before, there aren't conspiracy theories. There's one conspiracy that's going on in this planet, you know, and everything else is just connected to it in some way. We just don't know all the details and facts yet. But I tell you what, man, there has been a revival of people waking up to what's going on in the world. And I'm glad we're all a part of it. But I appreciate all you guys, man. Looks like our time's up. Vividness, man, I hope you can make it. I know the time difference is complicated for us, man, but it's good to see you here this morning. God bless you. I hope to see you in other people's chats too, man. Reach out anytime you see me. But I hope you guys have a great day and a great week. It's Monday. Let's do this thing. Let's go out there. We got our salt. We got our ammo. We're reloaded. We're ready to go. But I'll see you guys out there. Let's go after the culture, man. Let's change the culture. Let's be prepared. God bless.